I regard it as a great privilege today to speak to people, and I know that there are public speakers here, like this man is a public speaker. When I was a little boy at home, we had a particular type of sauce, brown sauce for meat, which was kept on our table. And in the United Kingdom, if you make a product for the royal family, you are allowed to write that on the product. You see? It has a little sign that says, "We make this for the royal family." And that was on this sauce bottle. They tried to make it as big as possible. So everybody who eats this sauce thinks, "Whoa, the royal family eats that stuff." And that is really the way I feel today, that God has given me the honor of equipping people who already speak in public. And I think that's a wonderful thing. I believe, honestly, that in these next 3 sessions, if you will use the observations which I give you, you will have a more effective ministry. Speaking to the same people you already speak to, and with no particular change in yourself, you can have perhaps 20 or 30% more effective ministry. Well, that is a great deal, isn't it? And I think it's a wonderful thing that God has allowed me to equip the royal family. Really, that's a great thing. Joe asked me, does it bother me that there are great public speakers here? It doesn't bother me at all. No, that's actually why I'm here, because you are good, and there's nothing like investing in good people. Even you were to apply the 8 principles which I will give today, you will greatly increase your effectiveness in ministry. I don't mean just your effectiveness in public speaking, because whether you believe it or not, you do a lot of public speaking. After I left school, I had been to church many, many times every week. Then I went to school and college. In college, I heard some of the worst public speaking. Because when you teach in primary school, you need special training. When you teach in secondary school, you need 1 year of training in my country. And when you teach at a university, you get no training at all. You just come with a doctorate, and they let you loose on the general public. And so university lecturing is some of the worst public speaking in the world. At the end of my time in university, I met friends from Campus Crusade, as it then was. This was in my last term of my last year. And it so happens that the staff of this movement whom I first met were excellent public speakers. And when you're a student suffering every day, this really speaks to your heart. But when I joined the movement, then I began to see what power there is that God can use in effective public speaking. I don't mean that you are always invited to the Rotary Club to give an after-dinner speech. That is one kind of public speaking. But you also speak to Bible study groups, even small groups. You speak to supporters. Perhaps you teach in Sunday school, or you have evangelistic talks with students, or you speak in church, one of the most difficult places, because it's the place where people are used to going to sleep. It's like preaching in someone's bedroom. So let's start these 8 points. Point number 1 on your sheet is that the spoken word is different from the printed word, from the written word. That is why when you read a book made from some preacher's messages, just transcripts of his messages, the book often appears a little silly. It appears to repeat itself and have silly jokes. because the printed and the spoken word is different. Also, the other way around, when you have a man speaking and he is reading and reading and reading, wow, this is very heavy. So the printed and the spoken word are two different things. So understand exactly what I am saying here. We are today talking about writing for public speaking, not writing to be